Winners win and losers lose. I want to synthesize this thought so that you can digest it in a very easy way. What do I mean by winners win and losers lose? I get asked this question all the time. I want to share it with you today. Winners are people that everything that they do, all the habits that they instill are the habits of a winner. A winner isn't a final product. A winner is a lifestyle. A winner is a concurrent set of actions that lead you to a final destination. Same way is for losers. Usually losers inhibit behaviors of losing people, who they hang out with, what they eat, what they listen to, what they consume on a regular basis, how they think about themselves, how they view the world. They view everything through the lens of a loser. That's why they are where they are today. So when people come to me and they're like, Luke, why is my life shit? All I have to do is look at your action. How are you operating, dude? Most of you guys are operating at a 2 out of 10 and you're expecting a 10 out of 10 life. It's impossible. You want uphill results with downhill habits. It's not gonna fucking work, dude.
If you're not motivated, it's for a few reasons. Either you don't like what you're doing, either you don't understand the mission as to why you're doing something. If your family's starving, if you have to feed your kids, dude, you'll get shit done. Most of you guys are comfortable, soft. They don't want it. You don't want it, dude. If you want it, you get up and do it. You do the things that you want to do. You put time into the things that you want to put time into. How is it that I can do all of these things? I'm committed. I'm committed to my goals. I can't cheat myself, bro. I'm done with the bullshit. I'm done with the self-sabotage. Like, dude, I'm here to win, not win against the world. I'm trying to beat myself. I beat myself every day. Conquer. Because if you can conquer yourself, you can conquer anyone. Because you're the most difficult enemy you will ever face. If you can conquer self, dude, you can build a multi-billion empire from the ground up. If you can literally commit to developing yourself full-time, dude, you can build an empire. What is holding you back? Nothing. Yourself, myself. So we gotta commit. Get it done. If I can do the 1,400 texts with tens of millions of dollars in the bank account, what is holding you back, mother? Like, all you have to do is show up and commit. You can't cheat it. You can't cheat it. Like, you could cheat your way through school. You could cheat your way through lying to your parents, but it's like fighting. It's like the gym. You got to show up. And if you don't show up, the moment that you have to prove yourself, you fall. You start going to the gym, you feel weak in order to become strong. You go to the library, you read, you don't understand, you feel stupid in order to become smart. The process of discomfort is inevitable. You have to go through it. Most people have that initial feeling, that initial lack of self-belief, because they don't understand that they have to be humbled first in every aspect in order to grow. So you go to the gym, you feel like shit, that's a good thing. It just shows you that you need to improve. Most people go to the gym, feel like shit, never go back. Put on an oversized t-shirt. Problem covered. No, it's not the problem, it's not covered. You need to go through that parallel problem solving. You solve it, and then you get the reward. Every aspect of life has it.
You can go from zero to hero, from peasant to king, if you change the way that you think. And if you don't know how to change the way that you think, begin to digest new information. Stay away from the haters, stay away from the losers, stay away from the people with weak minds and weak mentalities. And find those people that empower you. Find those people, elevate your spirit and your soul, and understand that your potential, my friend, is limitless. You, my friend, are limitless, but you must believe. I want to teach you an extremely important principle, a principle that had I learned long before I did, I would have tenfold my net worth, I would have tenfold my relationships, I would have tenfold my access to deal flow, and I would have tenfold my ability to put myself in the right rooms to succeed. And that principle is the power of positioning. There is power in how you position yourself. Now, many times people talk about hustling, grinding, working hard, waking up, working 19-hour days as the ingredient for success. If that was the case, then the construction workers or the plumbers or the garbage men, those would be the wealthiest people. But the reality is, hard work alone, hustle alone, does not equate to success. Why is it that all these trust fund kids, why is it that all these sons of bankers and daughters of bankers or financiers, how is it that they get access to deal flows, access to IPOing companies and seed rounds and really good investment vehicles, and you don't? Are they any more intelligent than you? Well, potentially yes, but I could debate that the power and the position that they have gives them access to multiply at a faster rate than the average man, than the average woman. So the question is, in your career, how have you positioned yourself to win? Or you're always constantly hustling and trying to find your ability to make a quick buck, or thinking that working hours equates to productivity. I know a lot of motherfuckers that work a lot and produce nothing. Practice, train, so that when the opportunity comes, through your positioning, you can actually deliver. You can actually follow through. You can win. You can succeed. Power is in positioning. How are you positioned?
Leonardo da Vinci famously said, God will sell you anything at the price of labor. And that is true. So what you have to do is, if you want something, you have to work for it. And most people that think that the world is based off of luck have never truly worked for something. Not enough to understand that luck does not exist. It's merely a game of probabilities. You work hard, you work more, you work longer, and eventually you can increase your odds of success. Emotion that you can feel, hope. And most people live in a state of quiet desperation. You can't pay their bills. They don't feel healthy. They wake up and they're anxious. So why are these things taking place? And if you can address that and understand that if you want to feel different, you must believe that that which you want is already yours, and that time-space continuum just has to catch up. You have to sacrifice who you are today for who you want to become tomorrow. There's a verse in the Bible that says, when I became a man, I put away childish things. You can't become the best version of yourself unless you're willing to neglect who you are today, the bad habits, the bad friendships, the bad relationships, the bad ideas, the bad mindset. Because if you want to become a millionaire, if you want to become a person that's successful, if you want to develop a better physique, it will require sacrifice. And if you want to get to the next level, it'll cost you. There is a price to success. It hurts. What I've come to realize is the most important thing for me is to develop myself. The more I develop, the more I understand, the more data sets I acquire, the better understanding I'm going to have as to how the world works. I'm in no place to give opinions as to this. Bro, I'm here to explore, here to be a student, and here to be taught. Based off of that, you live a free life because you know you're not accountable to anybody except God. So you operate really, really smoothly.
There's only one way, one direction. If you're at the bottom, there's only one way. But you got to look up. And when you look up, there's somebody there waiting for you. His name is G.O.D. And he's there with a hand, reaching out, waiting for you to take control of your life. Because I learned one very important lesson. Your relationship with God is like that of a captain and a crew member. One rows, the other one steers. But it's very interesting because many times in our life, we want to get confident and cocky and arrogant. And God says, I steer, but I do not row. We need to put in the work and God will guide. And that's the greatest lesson I've learned.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that it's possible because you can create your reality. The perception that you have of the world, if you think there's only scarcity, there's no opportunity, that's how you are going to interact with reality. If you think that there's abundance, if you think that there's opportunity, then these things will manifest themselves to you. So you have to believe that you can, right? And the way that you believe and the way that you can get to that state, because a lot of people are like, I have a lot of doubt. So do I. I have it all the time. Even if at these levels, right? You're doing 7-figure months. Dude, there's people doing 8-figure months. That's hard to fathom. That's hard to imagine. Yeah. But it's still possible. Yeah, of course. Is it difficult? Absolutely. But it's a mindset shift.